us at the moment. Shit, was working late, now I'm eating. Kasim just replied, oh shit, sorry, was working late, now I'm eating. Sure, that stream's actually streaming. Jeez, bettings. And then I got put on Twitter that I'm live, and it's done. Smiley face. Boom, and we are live. Alright, wicked. Welcome to the Monday Night Chat, new podcast I hope we're doing weekly. I'm Adam, aka Lord Joypad, here with, I'll let you guys introduce yourself.
I'm Musa. I'm Adam's friend and a friend of Ebenezer as well. Hello everyone.
Hey, it's me, Jordan. I like to play games.
Nice. So,
This is real awkward.
some
Yeah, this is
school.
me, Ebs. That's it.
Hey Musa, don't forget to use your push to talk, yeah? We're getting that
Yeah,
echo.
you know, yeah, it goes a slightly different colour, so I wasn't too sure if it was working. I was like, is this right?
Alright, wicked guys. Alright, so we've got a few little topics to get through in the next half hour to hour. First one we're kicking off with is just wanted to throw to the table PS5 and Xbox Scarlet. What people are thinking, is anyone going to pick one up, etc, etc. So I'll start with my own personal. PS5 looks like an absolute beast, I'll be honest with you. Like everything I'm seeing of the thing, normally I wouldn't care because I'm a PC gamer. But when I saw the preview videos and the transfer rates and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah, I kind of need this. Whereas the Xbox, I'm a bit like, I don't know what you're offering me, man. I don't know what you're offering me.
Because that's
always how it is, though.
To be honest, I haven't really seen like the Xbox. Like, yeah, it's called the Scarlet, isn't it?
Yeah,
I haven't
Xbox
seen
Scarlet.
proper, like the whole reveal and stuff. Because isn't it that like square rectangular? That's the actual console, isn't it?
Yeah. The
Oh, so
fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fridge. That is actually. Yeah. So because I'm not really like an Xbox fan anyway, but yeah, more PS5 for me looks more interesting. And yeah, what games have they got? What, like Halo, Gears of War? Have they actually announced any games for it yet?
I think wasn't there Halo Infinite? That's like,
wow.
I'm just gonna see if I can bring up a trailer for it.
So like the millionth Halo game.
DJ's in the chat. Xbox looks better than PS5. All right, let me share my screen with you lot so you can see what I'm looking at.
Check out the. Oh, it's like that ninja game.
I think it's hard to tell what's exclusive of Xbox anymore, and whether or not their exclusives are actually worthwhile. Like with Halo and Bungie not really doing Halo anymore, it's kind of like, well, do you really need to play an Xbox to get that kind of experience with a game? I think that was one of the issues for me. That was one of the issues for me why I don't think I won't be getting an Xbox.
See, I agree with that logic. Like, I bought the Xbox One purely on the basis that it was going to become my 4K Blu-ray player. Every game it's had, it's on PC anyway. I mean, so far from this Halo Infinite trailer, it looks alright. But I'm not seeing, like, compared to the PS5 trailers.
Yeah, because wait, is there gonna be any gameplay yet, or some kind of getting like Dead Space vibes from this?
I mean, I don't even know where Halo Infinite is set.
It's just like fantasy. I know it's to do with Earth and like alien races and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I think it's just that's pretty much it, really. Hmm.
Oh, is this the big tech? They can make real-looking holograms.
And then you got Gears of War, which doesn't seem as good as it used to be as well. I mean, maybe it's just getting older thing, but it just doesn't look like it did when number 2 and number 1. There wasn't so much. There was a lot more anticipation for that game when it came out.
I mean,
on
Gears
360.
when Gears of War came out, it was a chunky game. You know, it was big, it was brutal. Like the campaign was pretty epic for Gears of 1 and 2. But after that, it just became another first person. There was nothing unique or stand out from it.
Yeah.
It had its Gears fan or crowd, but that was about it. I mean, there's not. What else has Xbox got really? It's got the Forza series, which again is on PC.
Now that's a reason that I would get an Xbox for Forza. But that can't be the only reason why you want to get an Xbox. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, let me have a quick look at what upcoming Xbox titles there are.
Cuphead.
Cuphead 2. Looks even more like a cartoon.
yeah. See, if you're gonna get Cuphead, you may as well just get a Switch because then you can
it's
take
on
that
Switch or
anywhere.
not?
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, I thought it was just exclusive still. Oh, that's to show like okay.
No, I think it was just a timed exclusive. The thing is, I think
wow.
there's going to be a lot of for both the machines. There's going to be a lot of cross-port titles. So released on this gen and next gen.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
And then there's also, I've heard there's this other budget Xbox, which is going to be a lower powered Xbox Scarlet. So Xbox games have to run on both, which is a bit disappointing as well. So look, we got Assassin's Creed, Battlefield 6. Right, Memory Infinite, which is PC anyway. Call of the Sea, which is PC. Dying Light 2. A lot of these are just you can get them on the other machines anyway. Fortnite.
Yeah, so it's not...
Yeah, sure.
So there's nothing stand out. Now, if we compare this to say the PS5,
you got your Maddens and all that. Oh, Hitman. Yeah, there's nothing really exclusive at the moment. Looking at it.
whereas I mean PS5, there's the Miles Spider-Man game,
Oh, yeah,
which is like an update of the engine. But then it's got some really cool exclusive titles. Like they basically built a new Unreal Engine almost for it.
They got what?
I mean, there's the new Unreal Engine, and they did a tech demo for the PS5.
Yeah, that demo.
Yeah, that looks sick.
That looks good.
Sentence is grammatically correct.
And if they can get games looking at that straight away, then yeah, that'd be amazing.
I did hear something about a new Unreal Engine. I got invited to like some sort of tour or something. Is that what they were talking about?
I think so. I think it's been the big thing because of the transfer speeds from the hard drive is absolutely insane apparently. So it's beyond what SSD's doing on PC. I don't know the stats, but it's something else. I mean, these games look gorgeous. It has got the Sony polish.
Yeah, and the first one. Oh yeah, these like there's a lot of like indie games too that look cute and impressive. Like this one.
I mean, there is one that I'm really looking forward to, which isn't one of the biggest titles, which is about a stray cat.
Oh yeah, that looks cold.
That was I do remember.
The one with the backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of other games.
So this is the stray cat one. I mean, I think that's another thing that's going to be big for PS5 is they're doing a huge thing as far as indie developers go as well.
Yeah, they're like investing a lot in that.
So we should see some amazing looking titles from indie developers.
Yeah, which is good there. Makes sense.
That looks pretty good.
I mean, the lighting's phenomenal.
And hopefully
Yeah, we need to see some gameplay though.
That's a lot of these you didn't actually see any gameplay.
like them old school Killzone trailers, and you see the game, it looks nothing like it.
I know, right?
That was a robbery. No, you not lied to me.
You know it as well. Lie to your face, and you still buy the game. But yeah, a detective cat.
I
in this
remember when
robot
that
city.
came out, Killzone. I got it free as like on my PlayStation. I played it that one day and never played it again. I don't know why. It just felt bad. I was like, no, enough of this.
Yeah, Killzone. But then the people that done Killzone, the new, what's it, Horizon? That looks, yeah.
Oh, so yes, of course, there's the new Horizon Zero Dawn coming out for
Yeah.
PS5.
yeah,
Horizon Wild West or something?
yeah, well, something like that. Yeah, that's it. And you see her swimming. And, again, there's no like actual gameplay, but it looks.
Yeah, I'm thinking though, is that going to be a fresh game, or is it going to be similar to the Spider-Man Miles game where it's an updated engine?
Oh, nah, that'd have to be like I think a fresh one, because the original came out like a good couple of years now. So, well, hopefully, yeah, you never know. They could just treat us and
I mean,
do,
most
like, a little...
the most ridiculous announcements were like GTA 5 is coming to
yeah.
next gen console. Like everyone's waiting for GTA 6, and they're like, yeah, we're going to give you the same game again.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's unacceptable.
It's like, why?
7 years old. It's like almost 10 years old, this game, and they're still, yeah.
If they release Skyrim, that's it.
Oh yeah, no.
All right. Should we move on to the next topic?
Yeah.
All right, wicked. So this one's how are you guys finding gaming during lockdown? I wanted to talk about. So, are you enjoying it? Is it the same? Has it changed your perception of gaming?
No, I think I'll be doing.
Okay.
There you go.
I don't think it's changed my perception of gaming, but I think there's quite a hypocritical like shift about whether or not gaming, like the media perception on gaming. I read recently an article that promoted gaming as a good way to spend time during lockdown, but
Okay.
they weren't saying that like over X amount of years when people were playing games for recreational use. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
how can you now think that it's okay to keep people occupied during lockdown, but when people are not in lockdown, it's a bad thing to do? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of view, I think is a bit like it's not changed my perception, but seeing that article and realizing, wait a minute, gaming's been associated with violent disorder. It's been associated with criminality and deviance and other sorts of behaviors, and yet now during lockdown, it's one of the best ways to spend your time. I think
That's good though. They're like trying to put. There's a good light getting put on it now, at least.
100%. I think so. 100%. It's just that kind of like shift. So what's it going to be after lockdown again? Is it going to be is there going to be this attitude where it's like, we're not happy with this anymore, or we don't find this, especially in this side of the world, like especially in England, where gaming culture is still kind of underground. It's not mainstream, very popular as it is like esports is around other areas of the world. So like, what's the perception going to be about it after lockdown? Are they going to be like, this is bad, you lot shouldn't be spending X amount of, you should be playing games, or you shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be doing that? Or is it going to be like, no, actually it's a good way to spend your time?
I think I'm hoping. I think it might be wishful thinking. I'm hoping there's going to be a kind of paradigm shift now where gaming was coming into the mainstream and slowly becoming accepted, and there was that young kid who came second in the Fortnite tournament, and he was from Essex and won like £1 million.
Wow.
And I'm hoping that now that gaming is this acceptable escape during lockdown, it's going to enter the mainstream culture even more, and become way more commonplace than it was before. DJ in the chat's just said, just because it's good for lockdown doesn't mean it's good in excess forever, which is another thing, because for people who weren't really gaming, who are using gaming as an escape, it's just a new hobby for them. But for us existing gamers, it's like we were already gaming and now we have all this extra time to do it. I mean, I came across this interesting article which was saying that gaming suddenly now feels like work to gamers during lockdown. because you've got this time and you set these challenges. Okay, I want to finish this game, or I want to finish this game, or I want to finish this game, and all you end up doing is kind of scrolling your game library for a little while and then buying a new title and not really playing it for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's how like the life of a gamer now is just So and if you have like a backlog to go through, and if you've gone through all of them now, then like what else do you do? And it's just like
Buy some new games.
if
I mean, I definitely, I think, I thought when lockdown was announced that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna finish all these titles, and I ended up just playing the same games. I just got better at them.
Yeah. Or just
Mm.
yeah. You think you have
Same.
the perfect amount of time?
I mean,
find that
Go on.
I think that certain types of games are probably so games which don't really have an ending per se, but allow you just to play beyond
Oh yeah.
their limits, like GTA,
Yeah, GTA Online.
give you more options after during times like this, because where you may have a story filled game like a Spider-Man or something like that. Once you do it, that's it. There's not much more to do, you know. Whereas with GTA, you've got the multiplayer element, you've got the side quest element, you've got like just basic interactions in and about the city. Or even like a game like Minecraft or Terraria or something, where you just like you can just do whatever it is that you want to do. You know, you don't have to specifically like deal with one narrative.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just leveling up.
I mean, one other thing I've noticed playing, because I play a lot of competitive games, is seeing the influx of new gamers on them has astounded me. So like playing games like Valorant, and suddenly you've got this full range of players. So I'm encountering kids, and I'm encountering like OGs, like people 60 odd playing the game, and it's really interesting because I'm like, maybe I wouldn't have encountered such a vast spectrum of ages before, but now you really can, because kind of everybody's doing it. They've run out of all their hobbies and other things to do.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All the gamers, like
It's interesting how it's affected the game release schedules, because obviously certain games have been either released during this, much to people's benefit, and other games have been constantly delayed because of the effects of lockdown on the workers and stuff like that, being able to actually finish the games.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, a classic. Oh, go on, sorry, Jordan.
Yes. So what other games were like expected to come out? Like apart from like The Last of Us, were there any other like games like expected?
Well, there was Final Fantasy 15 had a small delay because of it was when they were finishing the game and getting ready to pack and ship, was obviously just when the COVID got really bad. And I think Cyberpunk's been affected because obviously they keep trying to polish that game, and they've had to change slightly the way they work. DJ's just thrown in the chat, the game that's benefited the most is Warzone, which I 100% agree with. Activision shares have shot up ridiculously during this lockdown period.
I gave up that game because
they released the Warzone, and obviously I think gaming companies are making a lot of money during this period as well.
Yeah, you can definitely make a lot. It's like, I guess games companies can benefit from this time.
Now talking
I
of
forgot about Warzone.
Yeah, Warzone. I think Warzone's had a massive effect because obviously it's cross-play. It's on 3 of the major platforms: PC, Xbox, and PS4.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that was easy cash for them. You install the Warzone, and then at some point you're gonna go, okay, fine, I'll pay the 30-40 quid and get the full game because all my mates have got it.
Yeah.
Because this downloads are ridiculous.
Right, talk about benefits for gaming companies. Next thing on our little list: loot boxes, and are they gambling?
100% they are.
Why?
Because you're giving people an incentive to play randomized games in order to get a prize. I wouldn't. All right, it's quite technical, this issue, because there's gambling is like risking your money, right? And gaming is playing for money, all right? And like if you go beyond the point of gaming where you are risking your money and gambling, then there's an issue. The problem is that when you give that kind of power to children, and they're unsupervised, or they may not necessarily always be monitored by their parents. Not only that, you're incentivizing this. This is a kind of thing that doesn't really have much interest to adults. It has a great deal of interest to children. You are incentivizing gambling. It's no two ways about it, because it's primarily marketed at children. The focus is on children having the best, like, I don't know, packs or accessories or items, in-game intellectual property for that specific season. It's not very ethical at all. At least for me, it doesn't seem very ethical at all.
Because it's usually on stuff like, is it Fortnite and games like that? And
I think like an interesting one is, so there's this newer game that's come out which is free called Valorant, which is a big FPS game in the vein of Counter-Strike. Now, there's been a big debate on the price of their skins. Okay, so to get an average good-looking skin for the game, you need to pay an average of £10 to £20 for one skin. Now, what we're talking about is a skin on a gun or a knife. Right?
Wow. Yeah.
Now, the debate is, one side is saying, this is ridiculous, you're taking the piss, this is really expensive. And another side, which I kind of agree with, the defending is saying, look, we're not using loot box mechanics or surprise mechanics. You would spend with other developers X amount of money to get the prize that you want, right? Because of the random gambling mechanics, let's call it. Yeah. Whereas they're saying, you avoid all of that, we're just saying this is how much it's going to be for the premium skins. Yeah. Which I think kind of adds to the argument, which is that they are gambling. And you guys raised an interesting point of you're teaching kids to gamble. Essentially, you're getting them preconditioned almost.
Because adults don't care much about stuff like that. Adults really aren't. Some adults do. Some adults have gambling problems. Right, and I've read a few articles where maybe a guy will go and remortgage his house or something like that to get something in a multiplayer game that's online, like RuneCraft or something like this. Things like this, all right, you get the odd one or two, but children, when you like the most recent NBA game had cash slot machines. Pachinko type elements in the game, all for getting better cards. Like, how is that? If a child can't go into a gambling a casino and play those things at that age, why are they allowed to go and turn on their PlayStation or their Xbox or their PC and do it? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's true.
100%. I mean, if you look back to sort of 80s and 90s children's TV programming, they banned advertisements of toys and things during children's shows, because the kids don't know any better and they just want, and you're preconditioning these children to pester their parents into buying certain things. And I do think it's the same with these gambling mechanics. You as a developer, especially developers like EA, you'll get them hooked on titles that are inevitably going to be bought every year. Your sports titles, your FIFAs and things like that. You have these loot mechanics built into it. So by the time that child becomes an adult, it's normal for them to waste this money. I mean, I have stories of kids pestering, they're like 12, 13, and when they asked what they want for Christmas or their birthdays, V-Bucks, hundreds and hundreds of pounds of V-Bucks to go and get skins in Fortnite's cosmetics.
No, it's not. I think my issue probably is more with EA about this, because I don't know about
FIFA and all the.
Exactly. EA, you're right. FIFA, NBA 2K, and all of that. I think that's the issue. Like with other franchises or other companies, I don't really know the ins and outs of their practice. But from what I see of FIFA, they don't really like a child.
Oh, he's disappeared.
Whoops.
That sounded like it was going to be epic.
Yeah, I know, I was waiting for it.
Who said? Can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Say that again. It cut
Yeah.
off right when you were about to say something epic.
Yeah, the crescendo. Yeah.
Oh, what did I say? I can't remember where I was.
We don't know because you were building up into it.
All right. So look, children will spend 200 to 400% on more for packs and stuff like that than the base game, right? So the base game might be £40, but over the course of the year, they could spend upwards of that, like twice more, 3 times more, trying to get the newest Ronaldo or the newest Messi or something like that. And the overall improvement to the game itself it's not much. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not. It doesn't seem. I don't think that's an acceptable way of making a game. I don't think that's an acceptable way to market a game as well. And the fact that you need these cards or you need these players in order to have better teams says something about the marketing of EA. Like where with Valorant or with like another game like League or something like that, if you get skins, it does nothing to the base game. You know, it doesn't improve the stats on your team or the enemy team. You know, it's just a skin, right? But if you've got 3 or 4 of this and they haven't got 3 or 4 of that, and you're guaranteed to win, then that's clearly an advantage, and it's clearly an advantage based on you need to pay to win.
Yeah, then that's not gaming. That's,
Which is probably is the lowest of the low, I think, when it comes to gaming, is anything where you have to pay to win.
100%. And the worst thing is, like I could understand if this one of the this annoys me. Like this is something that's really annoyed me for a while. I could understand if companies didn't go out to purposefully to do this. It just happened by chance. Do you know what I mean? Because you might just find it in a game one day and they were just, we were just testing new ideas. It wasn't something that you're continuously doing over 8 or 9 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
EA has constantly done this every year, and it's even had marketing. It's even lectures where they say they go out to harpoon whales. Whales being the people who buy the game, the Moby Dicks, harpooning the biggest whales in order to get this kind of revenue in off of their game once they sell the base game. How to generate more money. And you see it going into other games now. Like take Street Fighter 5 for example, or Tekken. Yeah. When has Street Fighter 5 or Tekken ever been pay to get new characters?
Yeah.
When?
You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's. I mean, like I understand. Don't get me wrong. I completely am behind developers getting rewarded for the work that they put into a game. And if they give you a new add-on to the game that gives you a new experience, then by all means I'll pay for that add-on. But when you're giving me a disc where the character's already on that disc, and then you're telling me, yeah, that you know that game you pay £50 for, give me another £5 and you can unlock that character on the disc that you pay $50 for.
No.
Like that kills me, man. That really kills me.
Hey,
I mean, DJ's
I tried to
DJ's thrown in the chat. The bigger question is who raised these kids spending cash on skins. Okay, that's a valid point. Obviously, the parental part comes awareness. They're letting them play the games. They're letting them, they're not stopping them from buying these skins or wanting them. But at the same time, it's like advertising. If once that game is in front of a child and the parent's not going to be fully aware of the content in that game, and their friends are doing it as well, they're eventually going to want to get sucked in and want to spend money on that game, as pointless as it is. I mean, if we think about it, especially for us being a bit more old school, the idea of spending hundreds of pounds on a game to unlock different colours and costumes is mad. Brother, I used to have codes for that, or 20 hours of gameplay to get that.
I don't get that. That's with Fortnite.
That is long.
games for gun and this. Yeah. it's
Okay, so
honestly-
Kasim's made a fair point in the chat. He says Street Fighter has always been paid for more characters. Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2. Fair enough. That's a valid argument. They tweak the game a little and then milk it for more.
Editions.
But that was at a time where you're talking. I mean, Kasim, you're referring to arcade games where they were designed to eat your coins. They weren't made for the gamers. They were really made for the shop owners or the arcade owners to attract people to spend money. Whereas when we come to things like home releases, you get full-on collections of that kind of stuff now. Whereas more modern releases, you're just constantly having to pay for stuff.
Yeah. Look, Tekken 5 now. If you wanted a season pass, is it worth getting? Because the next season pass, you still have to get another season pass in order to get the characters for the 4th season or whatnot. I think that's how it goes, right? You can't, if you only have one season pass, you can't get the characters for the other seasons. You need all 3 season passes or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I've been playing a lot of Dragon Ball Fighters, and it was £50 for the game, and then for each season pass, it's another £20, and we're like 3 seasons in.
No, that's long. That's long.
And it's like, I know you're giving me new characters, but like, I'd rather just have a new game. I'd rather that game's done and give me a sequel, you know?
Yeah, that's long. That is long.
It's long in the out.
All right.
That doesn't make any sense.
I definitely think this is an unfortunate knock-on from mobile gaming. Mobile gaming really introduced this kind of pay-to-win mechanics.
Yeah, it was mobile gaming, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mobile gaming.
Yeah, it did.
All right. So our next little topic, upcoming games. So any upcoming titles that we're looking forward to? My personal favorite at the moment, which is coming out this week, is Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, yeah, that looks interesting.
Oh yeah, that does look sick.
It just
Yeah,
I don't know how it
think
played, but
that
it looks
looks
cool, and it's based
I don't
on
think I can
real
play it.
history to an extent.
Oh, is it? Mm.
It's like set in the 1700s. DJ's thrown out Shadowlands, and obviously I think a few of us are looking forward to Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk for me.
Yeah, that's the main thing for me as well.
I'm actually looking forward to Paper Mario next week.
Ooh, the origami one.
Yeah. I want that. That looks mad.
Have you guys seen this new Paper Mario?
No, I didn't even.
Alright,
Nah.
I'm gonna bust up a trailer. Because I like it, because it was kind of, what direction can you take Paper Mario in? I never thought origami.
I've just started playing Odyssey, and it's pretty good. It does a lot of things which allow gamers from my generation and gamers from the generations after to all connect on the same game, which is probably something that would appeal to. So it appeals to all generations. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I play it, I feel like I can connect the same way that my nephew who's 5 can connect with Mario.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
And I think that's something that's so brilliant about these types of games. Like the way my nephew talks about Mario, I look at him and think I was talking exactly the same way, like when I was your age, you know. And that's why I look forward to games like Mario.
I think I think that's always been one thing Nintendo's kind of got right, is that feeling it can give you when playing their IPs. I mean, I played Breath of the Wild, and that it's just another amazing Zelda game. Alright, let me put this trailer on. Origami Peach is too cute. I'm hoping they've done something where everything in the game can be made for real.
Yeah.
Really cool.
What, like an editor, you mean?
No, like so if you see all the characters that are origami, you could actually make them if you wanted to, out of
okay.
real paper.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Mario's origami game.
Right, his fringe is on point.
game back in the day, and like, yeah, it's cool.
I mean, for the lack of power that Switch has, it has got some really original stuff.
Yeah.
But I've
Yeah.
always been Nintendo though. Yeah, they're always like smart. They don't have to. You don't have to be the most powerful. You just need to be. Yeah.
The most creative.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Start stuff.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've got Ring Fit Adventure and it's a lot of fun.
Which one?
Ring Fit Adventure. So you know it's like the new fitness game, but for the Nintendo Switch.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh wow, yeah, this looks nice. Definitely unique. The art style.
Yeah, they took
Yeah,
a really
yeah.
cool direction. They took a really cool direction.
Well, yeah, never heard of it. Never. Yeah, that looks cool. If I had a Switch, I'd definitely be intrigued by that.
So I mean, there's a lot of games that will be coming for the next gen. I'm really looking forward to the Miles Spider-Man game, just because I really enjoyed the Spider-Man game.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, fun.
So just give me more of a new story. I'll be quite happy with that.
Like other characters and stuff like that.
And there's No More Heroes. There was No More Heroes 3. Is that out now? Did that come out already?
I'm not sure.
The name rings a bell, but again, no, kind of like the loop.
I think that, I mean, as far as new titles go, I don't think there's many more that I would say I'm
Yeah,
looking
that's-
forward to.
Because it's kind of that weird period, like especially for the current gen, there's no need of like releasing any more games. And
Yeah, exactly.
I'm curious about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Oh, of course!
Yeah.
When is that due for release?
I think sometime this year, August or something. Or
This is the-
something?
September 4th.
It's the remastered,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, of the first two, isn't it, or something?
Well, they kept
Yeah, it's 1 and 2.
they flopped on all the new games they were trying to make, so I guess they had to go back. Like, at one point, I remember there was a Tony Hawk's game, and it came with a mock skateboard with no wheels.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was awful. Oh my
Yeah,
God, it was
and you were
like
just
a
going
skateboard
downhill,
with no
and
wheels.
yeah, they got really bad. I mean, the PS1 ones were really cool.
The first three, classic.
So yeah, the Tony. I think we're going to be getting a lot of remakes and remasters come this
Yeah.
next gen as well. And of course, there's Watch Dogs Legion, which I'm hoping will be good. That's the Watch Dogs but multiplayer and set in London.
Oh, is that?
That sounds interesting.
Oh yeah, because. So wait, is that basically Watch Dogs 3 or wait, was that Watch Dogs?
Yeah,
Oh,
it is. It's essentially
3.
Watch Dogs 3, but it's meant to be like its own little thing.
It's like a full game then, or. Because yeah, I never played Watch Dogs 2. I don't even think I completed the first one. But yeah.
I played both of them and I didn't finish either. I played the
Yeah.
first one, and I got it on PC, and I did all this stuff to make it look like it did in the E3 show. And I played it, and I was
Oh.
like, oh, it's all right. It's GTA,
Yeah,
but
the
you can like
Yeah.
turn off the traffic lights.
Things that yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
And then I played
Can you
Watch Dogs
imagine-
2, and it was so cringe. The dialogue, I couldn't take it.
Oh no, it's a
Yep, that's me.
Oh, this
And in
is
Watch Dogs Legion, it could
kind
be
of like
you.
a,
Or you could be a
PlayStation,
street artist, or a
GTA
beekeeper,
mod or
or
something with
any other citizen of London. They're all just a few favors away from joining DedSec, the hacktivist collective.
It looks a bit last gen.
Right now,
It's the
I'm
same-
Dan
yeah, the-
Iyer, one of
the
many
animation looks a
immigrant
bit
construction
stiff.
workers
Wait.
helping build the
I mean, I know it's
future
work
of
in
this
progress, so there's some
Or at
polish.
least he is when he's not getting endlessly hassled by Albion, the private army that's taken over London, or helping DedSec accomplish its plans.
kind of. Yeah.
Anyway, I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Could be
Stone Cold
good.
Stunner.
Suspicious timing, if you ask me.
But it looks a bit. The animation's a bit ropey.
I recruited Dan while playing as Catherine Lim, a spy working for DedSec. And
We
when
just
I
go
say
back to that face.
here,
Which is suspicious timing, if you ask me.
It is.
I'm getting like getaway vibes too. Like when's this
I
set?
recruited
Like,
Dan while playing as Catherine Lim, a spy working for DedSec. And when I say spy, I mean in the classic sense. Car that shoots missiles, watch that jams nearby firearms, and so on. Albion was giving Dan trouble, so I took care of that trouble by shutting down a car bomb that Albion was planning to pin on Dan.
oh,
That was a pretty big favor, so Dan
It's-
offered
it's
his
a pretty,
allegiance in return, giving me instant
cool
access
concept.
to construction sites with his innocuous orange vest and hard hat, as well as a nail
I mean, it
gun
could.
and
It's
boots
that thing.
for
It
safety,
could
and
be good,
even
but
the
I
ability
guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm getting like a mix of like.
Not gonna lie, it doesn't
Hitman
excite me.
Types 2 and
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think one of the problems with games like Watch Dogs is, maybe it just seems it seems to me like that it's always going to be shadowed or like have to stand beside GTA.
yeah, that's yeah, Sandbox and big.
Oh, say it again, Jordan. You cut out.
Oh yeah, hello, can you hear me? Oh yeah, I was gonna say it reminds me, yeah, like the Sandbox games, like big.
Yeah.
London town.
It's like Sleeping Dogs. Like Moose was saying, they are in GTA Shadow. Okay, this is
That's
look.
supposed to
So Kasim's just sent this trailer through, and it's looking a lot better.
Like London.
Oh my god. Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock.
Yeah, it looks a lot better now.
So I don't know what happened there.
With London under attack by a mysterious terrorist, the government turns to a private military
So is this out this year then?
to keep
I mean,
everyone safe.
yeah.
I think so, or it was meant to be out this year.
Ladies and
Yeah, this looks much
Mr.
better.
Nigel Cass,
Yeah,
CEO of
they put a lot more polish onto it. That other video must have been a really early version.
to establish order.
Yeah, work in progress. Oh, yeah.
What? There's no gameplay though. Still.
So Kasim says Watch Dogs October.
October.
He will stop at
Ah,
nothing to
so
permanently
yeah, end
control
of the
the
year
city.
makes sense.
London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe. Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken a liking to this fair city.
I think this is DJ pointed this out. There are parts of this. I think with the fighting is the gameplay.
In London.
Oh, okay.
She and her girls
Oh yeah, Cassie mentioned. Yeah, I was gonna say about Far Cry 6. Didn't
Oh.
they like announce the guy from Breaking Bad? What's his name? Gus is gonna be in it.
Really?
Yeah.
You made me a slave.
You do not want to ruffle her
Let me have a little look. My interest in Far Cry 5 has really gone down
city out on its arse. It
in the Far Cry series.
Because it was the last one, Far Cry 5, was that?
Yeah,
the one with,
that's-
like, the weird cop.
That's the one that killed it for me. Like that gameplay style. When I played it, it was like it's a gameplay style that Ubisoft kind of keep repeating in their games now. Like it's the same as it was the same as the Division and the same as the Division 2.
Yeah, the Division. Yeah, I played the Division 2. I remember the first one. We played that a bit, didn't we? And then after a while, it just felt like too much of a grind.
Yeah, but it was. I played it as well. After a while, like, I felt the same way. And going into like the multiplayer part of it, just seemed like unless you had insanely good stuff and you're with a team, you're gonna get. Don't go there. Just don't go, and that's it.
Is it
What's
like the
point?
Grey Zone or something? Or yeah.
Yeah, Dark Zone. Yeah,
Yeah, that was it. The Dark Zone.
just don't go in there.
The grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts,
Is this in game or is this CGI?
which contains the explosive,
Probably, yeah, I think CGI is yeah.
the handle, and of course, the pin.
I don't care about these kind of trailers. I like gameplay.
That's,
Yeah, same.
okay, that's, I think most gamers, they just game.
I go watch Toy Story for CGI.
Did anyone play? What's it? Blood Dragon Far Cry, the weird 80s.
Yeah, I actually did. I haven't completed it yet. I've got it on my Xbox.
Because I love that. I think that's the last Far Cry I played.
That was the whole 80s, the one with the whole 80s vibe, right?
Yeah. That, and it's a short game too. Yeah, that game was great.
I thought that was good. I enjoyed playing it.
It was fun.
Blood Dragon.
Had like a
it was,
robot T-Rex and stuff, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was crazy guns and stuff like that.
Noise, indecision.
I'm not sure what I want to see gameplay.
Yeah.
This looks like it's all it's just chit chat.
Love in your heart. Even if you want what's best for them, if you
Breaking
only
Bad
want to
vibes.
save them
It's like,
from themselves. They will hate you, dear.
Spanish and stuff.
It's like going shop during COVID.
Believe will be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not. It just doesn't have a lot of interest for me.
Yeah, it's just like.
I do want to see if this kid blows this guy up though.
They just gave him a bomb.
Oh, it's him. I recognise him.
Who?
It's what's his name from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Gus.
A monster. And give you this.
Oh, what, is he going to blow them up?
So you tell me, are you evil? Are you a monster?
I ain't gonna lie, the stories made me kind of want to play it.
Because our
Intrigued.
country is like this grenade, except it has two
Like some-
basic parts. Our people and you must clutch them nice.
Do you know what it makes me think of? You know when they announced like one of the new Call of Duty games, and they put a high-profile actor in it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It feels a little bit like that. Like I'm probably gonna play something I've played before, but it's just a new story.
Yeah.
Yeah, new skin
Yeah.
again with a famous actor, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, Kevin
Kevin
Spacey.
Spacey.
I bet they regretted that boy when the news came out.
Hide your children.
Oh, shit.
I shouldn't have said that. Sorry.
Hey, it's the truth, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it looks alright, but there's no. That's why the Stray Cat one really interests me, because that looks different. It looks new, like a game that I wouldn't have really played before.
Yeah.
But these others,
Then there's no gameplay still though.
yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm expecting other than move around with a cat with a backpack.
Yeah.
Hopefully, have some kind of sniffing power. All right, guys. So, any final thoughts for today?
Hopefully next
Boycott EA. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, no. I'm dumb. I haven't touched an EA product in a long. Maybe I have indirectly, but nothing like anything with their name on it, like a major title. I've given up on.
I've got that Origin Access account, which gives me like a bunch of games for free. That's EA, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that I have. Okay, I have.
It's
an
like
Origin
hating
account
Starbucks,
with,
but you go in for a coffee anyway.
I have it because of Battlefield Bad Company 2. But yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah, that's the only reason I have it. Those like the first few Battlefields that came up on the Xbox and then like PlayStation 4. That's why I have an Origins account.
Wait,
Yeah.
did they do Skate 4 also? Have they Skate 4? That's
Yeah, EA
isn't
did
it?
Skate 4.
Because they announced that.
I think
but-
so.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, if they keep making games we want to play with, maybe not boycott them then. That's a shame. Alright guys, thank you very much for your time. Viewers, thank you
Oh,
very much
you're
for
welcome.
joining us.
You
Well,
guys
This was
did-
great fun.
we're going to do it again next Monday, so if you want to join again, Musa, you're more than welcome.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, I'd be delighted.
Alright, amazing. We got our little Monday night crew. Alright,
Yeah,
my lovely.
that sounds like a plan.
Amazing. Alright, viewers, thank you very much for stopping by. Big shout outs to DJ and Cass, obviously.
Yeah, see.
I'll catch you lot later for Valorant.